Okay, people, welcome to another exciting episode of Fornever News! Today's episode, we got some stories to talk about. For starters, 2 pieces of Boruto news. Pretty damn good news, despite, as of recent, we've been hearing some bad things about the failure, to a certain degree, of the manga in terms of sales and whatnot. But in terms of, at the very least, in the West and in other areas of the world, the Boruto manga is getting some heavy success and press. We're gonna get into that because there's 2 big pieces, of one of which an app that Boruto just took #1 on, and another one of a news coverage that Boruto got in another part of the world that is pretty freaking significant, to say the least. Next up, on a downward side, we got something regarding Black Clover. We got some sales of some of the recent volumes in, and yeah, Black Clover once again not doing too well, so we're gonna get into that one. We got a release date for the World Trigger anime. A lot of people have been wondering what's going on. The upcoming World Trigger, I believe it's season 2. We finally got a launch date for the upcoming season, so we will be talking about that one. My Hero Academia getting a new mobile game. We're gonna get into it. Also, Demon Slayer. I talked about in one of the last episodes of Fornever News that there was a popularity poll that was conducted, and to be honest with you, the results of the popularity poll blew my mind. I did not expect to see where certain characters ranked. I was just like, really? Like, what? So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one to dive into. We also got a little update on Crunchyroll and the PS5. I know a lot of people are excited about PS5. One of my concerns was, hey, am I gonna be able to stream anime on it? What's gonna happen there? I got a little update on that one that I'm pretty excited about, because I'm one of the people that I actually got really lucky to be able to get a pre-order in on the PS5. Hopefully I don't get canceled on, or something doesn't go wrong. Yeah, fingers crossed on that one. And then just a couple of updates on Jujutsu Kaisen, as well as Oricon's top 10 by franchise of the recent weeks. And again, more so want to report it on that because of some good news for Jujutsu Kaisen. So yeah, without further ado, people, let's jump into another exciting episode of Fornever News! The only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into the shits, people. Let's do it.
Say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be, though.
Okay, people, so first off, we're going to talk about the Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba popularity poll. I want to say that this will be, obviously, the last one, because the manga obviously wrapped up a few months now. So this will be essentially the final popularity poll, assuming there's no sequel, which there might be a sequel at some given point, but it'll obviously be different characters or whatever, unless they absolutely do some crazy shit and pick up from where the story left off, which I highly doubt. But we got the Demon Slayer popularity poll, and let's check the results, because it blew my mind. So starting from the bottom, number 30, Haganezuka. Number 29, Chuntaro. Number 28, Senjuro. 27, Yushiro. 25, Kane. 25, Murata. Oh, so they were tied. 24, Tamayo. 23, Muzan. Wow, Muzan, the main villain, at 23. If this was like a Naruto or a Bleach, like, you think Aizen is gonna be 23, you think Madara is gonna be 20, maybe Kaguya, I'll give that, maybe Kaguya, but really interesting. 22, Himejima. 21, Kaigaku. 20, Yorichi. 19, Sabito. 18, Doma. 17, Akaza, that was a dope motherfucker. 16, Enmu. 15, Genya. 14, Koku. 13, Uzui. 12, Mitsuri. 11, Nezuko. That one shocked me for starters. That was a big shocker. Between Muzan and Nezuko not even making top 10, you would think both of them would be top 10, especially towards the ending. They were very pivotal to stuff that went down in the finale and shit like that, so I'm kind of blown away, especially Nezuko, that was toted around as like almost damn near the mascot of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, you know, her being in the backpack and all that shit. So her not making the top 10, wild shit, which is probably making you wondering, well, okay, what was the top 10? Let's get into it. Coming in at number 10, Kano. Number 9, Sanemi. Number 8, Iguro. Number 7, Rengoku, which I think after the release of the movie, he'd probably be top 3, top 5, top 3, just saying, but that's a story for another time. Number 6, Inosuke, definitely well deserved. Number 5, Shinobu. Number 4, Tanjiro, the main character Tanjiro, only at number 4. One Piece would never. Luffy would be like, I better be number 1, fam. That's crazy. Like, yo. And it's all jokes, by the way. Relax. Tanjiro, number 4. Top 3, Tokito. Number 3, 2, Gyu. Wow, like, this just is a testament to, I think, why the success of Demon Slayer is so crazy, because coming in at number 1 is Zenitsu. Zenitsu. Mind you, this poll was taking place in August, and obviously with the pandemic and shit, they had to put it on pause or whatever. But Zenitsu, like, yo, in the top 5, Zenitsu becoming number 1, like, granted, okay, Inosuke isn't even in the top 5, and he's one of the big 3 main characters, you know, like Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. Like, Inosuke is not even top 5, Tanjiro is not even in top 3, so I think that's a testament to just how much the side characters really contributed to the success of this. Like, it's that there's so many characters that people can latch on to and really enjoy that made Demon Slayer the success that it is, especially in Japan. Like, holy shit, shout outs to Zenitsu. I always liked Zenitsu. I feel he was a little underused towards the end of the series. I would have liked a little more, I guess, but they wrapped him up pretty nicely, I gotta say, so I ain't that mad at it. And either way, this was the top 30 Demon Slayer popularity poll. What do you guys think about that? Do you agree? Like, what's up with that? And again, shouts out to Demon Slayer. Like, the level of success, enormous. Okay, people, now let's talk some Boruto news. Now, in case you don't know, Boruto, the manga sales haven't been all that. The anime is doing very, very well in Japan, but the manga, unfortunately, has kind of been doing bad. Like, every volume, the sales go down and shit like that. So it's nice to see when there's some good news. According to the Manga Plus ranking apps, with the recent chapter, it came in number 1 with over 1.1 million readers. That is freaking enormous. Coming in at number 2 was My Hero Academia with 635,000. So nearly double My Hero. So Boruto does got the heat. Like, if you look at the top 5, 5 is Black Clover. Shout out to Black Clover. 4, One Piece. 3, Dragon Ball Super. 2, My Hero. Like, Boruto beating out My Hero, One Piece, Dragon Ball Super. That's big. Black Clover, like, that's big. Shouts out to Boruto. And also, in a recent CNN Indonesia post, they did an article and they did coverage of the Boruto manga due to the recent chapter and what's going on. Don't worry, I won't spoil you, but that is huge as well. Like, CNN Indonesia giving coverage to Boruto's manga, that's how much of a splash the recent stuff has been. And that outside of Japan, I think that that's where they need to focus in terms of the manga. If I could speak to the marketing team behind it, focus on the marketing and pushing it outside of Japan. Obviously, Japan, for whatever reason, don't particularly care for the manga, but the people that are reading it, especially outside of Japan, seem to really love it. So focus on them. Focus on bringing more awareness to the Boruto manga outside of Japan and what's going on right now in terms of, again, marketing and stuff like that. And I think that that'll be the keys to making, at the very least, Boruto, the manga, an international hit. Maybe it might not be doing well in Japan, and don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of naysayers or whatever, but if you could reach the masses outside of Japan, look at that. 1.1 million coverage on Indonesia CNN. Like, that is crazy. And I want to give Boruto its props because the manga has just been for almost 3 years straight a non-stop, like, wow fest, to say the least. Shouts out to Boruto. Love to see it. Okay, so next up, the PS5. Now, when the pre-orders went live, I managed, and I was very lucky to get my hands on one via, I want to say it was Best Buy, if I'm not mistaken. So I got my pre-order in for the PS5. I'm excited about it, but to be honest with you, one of the things I was like, okay, I got my PS4 right here. It's like right there. It blends in with the stand, so you can't really see it. So I got my PS4 there, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll put my PS4 downstairs and replace it with my PS5 right here. But I was concerned about, because I mainly watch majority of my anime through that PS4 on my TV, and I mainly use Crunchyroll. No ad here or whatever. It's just, it is what it is. I like to keep it real with you guys. And I was wondering, and I was worried, like, man, the thing is, if PS5 don't have Crunchyroll, I'm gonna have to keep the PS4 here and put the PS5 downstairs. And who doesn't want that PS5 like right next to them and shit when it comes out? You know what I'm saying? So I was worried, but according to this article, the PS5 will include a remote, which, okay, cool. All right. Apps for Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Apple TV, and more. And in the "and more" includes Crunchyroll, so you will be able to, if you have Crunchyroll, stream anime on your PS5 from Crunchyroll, and that I am very, very excited about. So yeah, PS4, you're going downstairs. PS5, you're coming in my room, baby. I'm not putting you downstairs now, baby. Just want to throw that in there for people that use Crunchyroll and you want to stream your anime. PS5 is going to have it on launch, which, yay. Which I know most people are like, yo, that's such an insignificant reason to get a PS5, and trust me, that's not the only reason I got it. But yeah, I like anime, in case you can't tell. Okay, people, so next up, some interesting news from My Hero Academia. A new mobile game is coming, and I'm kind of excited for it. I don't think that there's many, if there's any, exclusive mobile My Hero Academia games, which I always like a good mobile game, even if it's a gacha. Like Bleach Brave Souls to this day is still my favorite gacha game out there. Like, it's so good. And My Hero Academia has a new game coming out for the mobile. Let's quickly read. My Hero Academia Ultra Impact mobile game is scheduled for a 2021 release on Android/iOS, and we got a little scan here. I mean, you can't really tell much from it. I'm imagining, again, it's going to be a gacha game. Depending on the stats and shit, I would love to main me like Todoroki, Orumaito. Either way, I'm excited for this. I love a good mobile gacha game. That's just me. I know some people, they hate gacha games, whatever, but if it's a good one, a la like Brave Souls or even a Dokkan Battle, I still wouldn't mind playing that. I haven't played it in a long time, but I wouldn't mind playing it. Yeah, I'll rock with it. So, new mobile game for My Hero Academia. It's not the biggest thing in the world, and I know we're waiting for the next iteration of a console game that is not One's Justice, because to be honest with you, like, One's Justice 1 and 2 is cool. I know they're probably going to do a third installment. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do, like, you know, what else they're going to do with the franchise in terms of gaming. Like, can we get CyberConnect 2 Storm style My Hero? I know that's what they were going for with One's Justice, but it's not the same. Next up, World Trigger fans. Now, a lot of people have been anxiously anticipating the upcoming season of World Trigger. According to this news, it says the second season of World Trigger is scheduled to be broadcast on January 9th, 2021 in Japan. So the top of 2021, you guys will have the continuation to the World Trigger anime. Again, I know a lot of people are excited, and it was a shame what happened with World Trigger, because if I'm not mistaken, the way things went down and how it got shifted to a different magazine and how the anime had to stop, and I think it went into a long filler and whatnot, despite people loving it and shit, was due to the author. Like, I think he broke his wrist or some shit like that, and he had to take a long hiatus, and then by the time he came back, it just wasn't working for Shonen Jump, so they moved into a different magazine. But if you like you some World Trigger, January 9th, the second season of the anime starts. Hopefully Toei does it justice. I was not a fan, and again, don't take this opinion of anything other than somebody that's seen the first episode or two. I was not a fan of the art and animation, but if it was a big success for them to go on to do like 50 episodes, it probably improved, but hopefully Toei does it justice for the fans with this new season. I mean, they've been doing Dragon Quest Dai amazingly, so hopefully they give World Trigger the same treatment. Okay, people, so next up, some unfortunate news for the Black Clover manga in terms of sales. Now, some of the recent, I believe the latest week of sales have come out for the various manga from Jump and whatnot, and Black Clover unfortunately failed to rank. Let's read. Third week of Oricon. The top 4 keep having wonderful and growing numbers. Meanwhile, Black Clover, We Never Learn, and Ayakashi Triangle don't manage to rank this week. So we'll see how they keep doing with their estimations. And as of this week, it was up to 135, and again they didn't, or 135,000, and again they didn't have a rank for this week. But there was a follow-up that said, according to Shoseki estimations on the third week, Black Clover did 22.9, so almost 23,000 in its fourth week, is it? No, third week. Yeah, it sucks, man. Black Clover should be doing way more, and it's just depressing to speak on, but it is what it is. I like to keep you guys informed on shit like that. Hopefully things pick up. I'm not sure where they're actually at on the volumes. I don't know if they've gotten to the point of what happened to Yami. Maybe when that volume comes out, shit'll explode and sales will pick up, but as it stands right now, Black Clover, like, you know, a veteran at this point, they're considering Black Clover a veteran. It's 5 years deep, almost 6 years and shit like that. Let's get that, you know what I'm saying? Let's get them sales up. Come on, people. Black Clover greatness. Let's do it. Okay, people, and finally, just a quick tidbit of news for Jujutsu Kaisen. Apparently, in the latest issue of Shonen Jump 47, people will be able to get Jujutsu Kaisen mini clear file with different illustrations. So just some cool shit there, and it seems as though there's like a prop of a finger. Holy shit. I don't know if that comes with the magazine or not, or you could get it via orders, but also some good news for Jujutsu Kaisen, because in the latest top 10 weekly chart by series, this means, if I'm not mistaken, that every manga sale that the series has brought in for the week, including back volumes, so this could be ranging anywhere from volume 1 to wherever the series currently is. Of course, Demon Slayer doing 1.7 yet again, outstanding. Jujutsu Kaisen 377,000, so this is not including whatever the latest volume did. So if you exclude the 50,000 that it did this week from the latest volume, volume. That means it did about 280,000 copies of all of the back catalog, which means it's only going to keep growing, and the anime is doing what it needs to do to make Jujutsu Kaisen that huge success. We're probably already, if we're not there yet, at 10 million sales. Phenomenal. Shoutouts to Jujutsu Kaisen. It is here, baby. But I'm curious, what are your thoughts on some of the stories we talked about today? Are you excited for the new My Hero Academia mobile game? Again, your thoughts on Boruto's success, 1.1 million readers coming in at #1 on Manga Plus. Also the CNN coverage, CNN Indonesia. Your thoughts on that. World Trigger January 9th. Are you excited? Are you going to be checking it out? Your thoughts on the Demon Slayer popularity poll. Do you agree with the placements? Like, which character would you have putting, let's just say, your top 5 of the characters you like the most, or the best characters of the series towards the ending? Your thoughts on the PS5. Do you have it on pre-order? Are you going to be picking it up? I mean, again, that Crunchyroll thing was a huge plus for me, of like, yay, I can continue streaming my anime the way I've been on my PlayStation console. And your thoughts on any of the other topics I covered on today's episode. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow me on any other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And you guys just watched another episode of Fornever News. Have an awesome day, people.
It's nights like this, and times like this, that I can give another hit. But I've got this inside a switch, a natural bliss, but that I miss.